Sup noobs, welcome back to DungeCraft. It's Nethervoid, and obviously on the DungeCraft server. And I got a lot of requests lately for people asking me to explain kind of how plots work. How do I know where a plot begins and ends? How do I know which plots I can build what on and stuff like that? And also banks and shops and all that. So I'm just going to show you kind of everything there is to know really about the server as far as plugins and stuff that's not vanilla. I'm not going to go over industrial craft and stuff, but I mean things that are not typical industrial craft, anything you can do in town and stuff like that. So the first thing to know is I've put these pumpkins down in town to denote plot corners. So this is a corner of a plot. Obviously this is where 4 plots intersect. A plot is 8 by 8 space. I know I've probably said some other dimensions in earlier videos, but I've come to find that I think 8 by 8 is a good size. Right now I'm allowing each resident to buy 4 plots as long as they're in a square for their house. As you can see, I have a 4 by 4 here. This is 4 plots, or 16 by 16. If your plot butts up against the street, you can build straight up onto your plot line. This is the end of my plot line right here, and this is the street plot line. If your plot bumps up against a building, butts up against a building, as these two guys do, this is Kiwi's plot, this is Andrew's plot. So right here they can't build because then their buildings would touch. The bank does use all of its space, as you can see by the marker, but I just decided that the spawn house would give up 1 spot for that. That's fine. It's not going to use its last line, and the bank needed a little more space, so that's fine. But in general, especially if it's 2 residences, you have to give up one of your lines of plot to make sure that the buildings don't touch. So there will always be 2 between each residency. So how do you know? But how did I know where to put these pumpkins? Well, there's a command you can use: resident set mode map. And what this does is when I cross a plot line boundary, it shows me on the map where I am as far as plots are concerned. Now these 2 plots happen to be town plots because they're green plus signs. I am the light orange plus sign. I'm sorry, I guess that is light orange. That tells me where I am right now. Okay. The yellow plus signs and the C sign are my plots. As you can see, the C's are shop plots, and I'll get to that in a second. I have purchased one of those already. The H is the home plot. That's where the town began, and that's mainly important during wars, but we won't talk about that. With Towny, you can have wars, and if somebody wins, the other side gets gold, stuff like that. So we might do that in the near or in the far future. So that's how you know where a plot begins and ends, and you can set that up when you're building your house, and you can make sure your lines are correct and stuff. Because if, like, say you buy this plot right here, if you build outside of that plot, like if you build too far back, like let's see, this is the next plot. For one, the town doesn't even own it yet, and 2, you don't own it at all. So if you build back here, anybody can break these blocks. It's totally fine. You don't want that to happen. Also, mobs can spawn back here because it's not even part of the town. In town, mobs can't spawn, and if mobs walk into town, in 5 seconds they will be deleted. Unfortunately, that also includes pets. I'm not sure if I can turn that off. I had a dog. I logged out, and the dog disappeared. It really sucked. I don't know if maybe that's because he left or what, but so that's how to figure out where plots begin and end. But in general, for now, you can use these pumpkins. They're pretty accurate. Now these are so I've set up on each plot a sign to say what I want to go there. As the mayor, you pretty much need to figure out what you want your town to look like. I mean, I'm fine with people making suggestions. I'm just kind of trying to lay it out however I think it should be laid out, kind of. So I've set up all the residences around the walls of the inner side of the part of the town. So we got Sweetheads here. That's actually going to probably turn into a street leading out of town. Rampaging Kiwi. Andrew's got these 2 plots. He's going to have a square of 4 plots here. Crawl is going to be in this 4 square right here, including this corner. It's kind of a nice spot. And then Jag Thunder's over here, and they've already kind of marked off for themselves where theirs begin and ends. We were kind of explaining that in an earlier video. So Jag's going to be there. So these are shop plots. There's 6 of them here. I think there's going to be probably more. We'll probably end up using all this inner space as shop plots, but for now it'll be fine. We only need 6. It's not like everybody's going to have one right away. So up here, we've got white towers plots. The white tower is going to be 3 by 3 plot size, so that's 24 by 24 bricks. It's going to be pretty big. I want to have enough room to build awesome stuff in it. So that's pretty much how you know where to build what. Some of the stuff up there, I'm adding signs every day to try to, I want to at least get this whole inner area here marked off as far as plots are concerned, so everybody knows what's going to go where. And what I'm going to do is, and you can see me building some of the first buildings here, is I'm going to say, hey, I need somebody to rebuild the spawn center. Who wants to get on that? Someone, a resident here, will pick up that project, and they'll rebuild it and make it look awesome. But first I'm going to get everything set up to where everything should be built. Okay, so now that we've done that, you're going to say, well, how do I buy a plot? Well, plots are 150 for 1 8x8. The town buys them for 100, and then players buy them for 150. So the town makes a little bit of money, and that'll be useful later when the town has events and stuff like that. We'll actually use money out of the town's account. So first, you have to mine gold ore. You mine gold ore, let's say, and you macerate it into 2 gold bars. And then let's say you deposit them into the bank teller here, the ATM. You deposited it, and now you have some money in your account, and you do balance. Oh, man. And it shows your account balance. Mine's 600. I just dumped a whole bunch of gold in my account today to buy that shop plot, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. So let's say I wanted to get some gold out because someone wants to trade me an enchanted bow, and they want to sell it for 50 gold, and they don't have a chest shop. We're just going to do a barter. So I'm going to left click to buy gold ingots, to withdraw gold ingots out of this thing. So let's see. Let's just so you can see it. There. I just pulled a gold ingot out of my account. So I say balance. Yep, you can see that I pull it out. There's Kiwi. He's checking out the buildings. This is all brand new as of today. So if I want to deposit, I right click to deposit. So I'm going to put that gold bar back in my account. Okay, I just did. And hit balance. Bam. Okay, so that's how you you deposit and withdraw gold bars right here at the gold teller. I think that's kind of cool. A lot of other plugins, you can do it anywhere in the world, and I just think that's stupid. I like that it's more realistic like that. You can't just deposit your gold wherever and whenever. And if you want to make a trade, you actually have to trade with gold ingots. I like that. So I've already purchased this plot, but I'm going to set it up to show you how to purchase a plot. So I'm going to drop this plot and pick it up again. And hold on a second, let me get that all set up. Alright, so I got this thing all set up. I just walk over to this shop plot. Nobody's purchased it because it's kind of obvious there are no shops here, and the plot just says shop. So I've talked to Nethervoid. Yo, bro, I want to buy this shop. Okay, cool. So Nether is, well, me. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say plot for sale. Okay? And it doesn't do anything. Okay, there it goes. Now it's up for sale. As you can see on the map, it says it's up for sale. So I say, okay, cool, I'm going to buy it. Oh, its cost is 1,000. Shop plots are very expensive because I don't want, if you're going to run a shop, I don't want just anybody buying shop plots. I want somebody who's dedicated to the server, has been playing a while, has a lot of gold and money built up, they're ready to run a shop, because you're going to have money to buy and sell items with. So the shop plots are kind of expensive. That's also a good way for the city to get back some cash, because it bought this plot for 100 and it's selling it for 1,000, and that's going to help it run events, you know, I don't know, expand the city, place outposts which are not connected to the city, maybe way far away, a little bunker out there. Those cost 1,000 or like 1,000 or 2,000 for a city to purchase, so they're really expensive. So okay, I just bought this plot. Actually, it's for sale. I'm gonna say plot claim, and if I do balance, I actually gave myself 1,000 before this video started, and it just took out 1,000. So now I'm back to 600. So now each plot, you know, I might need to get more money into my account. It probably doesn't work right now anyway. I think it's not set up. But so now that I have this shop plot, I can put 2 chest shops on it. I want everybody to, I don't want people putting more than 2 chest shops on a shop plot, because I don't want someone to corner the whole market and screw everybody else over. I don't like that much competition in the marketplace, because I just think, you know, one person can dominate it. It's not fun for everybody else. So each person can sell 2 items. Okay, so it can have 2 chest shops, and each chest shop can only have 1 item in it, one type of item. So I'm going to sell batteries in this one, let's say. Okay? Let me get this set up to sell batteries. So I've got this shop I'm setting up. I'm going to put this thing behind it for a sign. I am going to lock it because I'm not sure how the permissions work with these. Just put a lock on it just in case with Lockette, like if you've seen, right-click with that. And I'm going to put, well, I don't want that in there. I'm going to put some batteries in there. But first, I need to hold this battery and get the item number of the battery. And you can usually do that just by mousing over. There's a setting you can do so it'll show IDs. But if you don't have that set because it's not default, you can just do this. Hold the item and say, what is? It will tell you all the information about the item. I'm holding 16 of item ID 3239. The item name is X3239, which is not going to be very descriptive, and so I'm going to need to put something else up to show everybody what the heck this is. Okay, so I got Andrew to help me, and I figured out from what you have to think of it as if the person is coming up to your shop, and what is the person doing? So the person, in this case, I want to sell batteries. So I don't put anything there because it's going to put my name. I want to sell batteries in quantity of 1. The person is going to buy the battery for 18, my customer. The battery ID, as we saw before, is 30239. Okay? That's a Tekkit ID. There we go. Now I have to put batteries in the chest. Now it's all ready to go. Okay, so since nobody knows what X30239 is, I'm just going to put a sign above it that says selling batteries. Okay? They really are reusable batteries. Okay. So, now, Andrew, come over here and try to buy one. I'm selling batteries, bro. Buy one, bro. So, did you right-click to buy? Left-click to buy. Left-click to buy. So, he bought one. He's got it in his hand. Alright, throw it back to me. I'll change the sign. Alright, so, I'm going to destroy the shop. Now, when you place the shop, right now, it's not taking the money out. It's supposed to take 300 out of your account, and I have to fix that. When you break it, it gives you 300 back. So it's kind of it should just sit there. I probably will eventually set it to where there's a slight loss of money for moving your chest around your chest shop, and that's just so people will just place it and not keep moving them around and stuff. Maybe that won't, because when you want to change what you're selling, you have to break the sign. So now I'm going to place it again. Please move, dude. Come on. Move your butt. Alright, so 1. Now, Andrew's going to sell me... I'm sorry, you have to put the money first when it's sell. He's going to sell me a battery, so... 9, okay. Alright, so I'm buying batteries now. And actually... Here, Andrew, where are you? Here, I'll just give you this back. There you go. So Andrew is going to sell me that battery for 18. Did you sell it? Let's look at my balance. Yep, it took the money out of my account. Okay, so, and it put it in the chest. So let's say you wanted to get a shop running where you buy, and I would probably not do this with batteries because they're pretty easy to make. It's more of, this shop is more for convenience. But let's say, well, I could do it like this. Let's see. I will, let's see. The customer can buy a battery for 18, but I'm going to only buy them. I'm only going to sell, the customer can sell them to me for 2. Okay, that's because if you really need cash, you can sell me some batteries or whatever. You can't find any gold, I don't care. But I'm not going to buy, you know, that way I make money off this transaction. There we go. But this way, somebody can't drain my account by giving me batteries. So, well, he doesn't have anything to work with. Hold on, let me give him something to work with here. Here you go, Andrew. Okay, so sell me the battery, dude. So you sold it to me, right? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You sold me the battery. I gave you 2 gold. It's stocked up now. Now buy a battery for me. So 598 is my account balance. Buy a battery. Okay, he's got a battery. And look at that. I'm rich. I'm rich! Alright, sell it back. This is how I'm making money off Andrew. Bam! I'm rich! I'm rich! Alright, now I owe him 14, so I'll just use my mod power since this is just for show. Give andrewpunk 14, and we're gonna say eco take nethervoid 14 to even it all out. So that's how you use shop plots, chest shops. And remember, you can have 2, so I'll be setting up another one here. But you can sell any item in the game, like lap packs, I don't know, obsidian, rubies, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anything you think there's a market for. And I'm sure rubies and stuff will be going for a nice amount because it's something people use, you know, for basically disposable picks and swords and stuff. So anyway, that's pretty much everything you need to know about the server. Let me know if there's any more questions. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Later.